Hi Stampers, this is Karen Phillip. I'm pleased to show you how to do this technique today. It's called the fault line technique, and this is basically what the fault line is. I have this particular card, and then my second one that I did opens up this direction, but I like the way it looks, but I don't like the way they stand because they like to plop open. So I prefer this direction of card. But it's the same card, same paper, paper pack, the plaid, and that's that. And then this is the sample, and everything is in your kit to do this sample. Here is the original card that I was playing with, and this opens like this. This has a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 over the back of it because this is torn. It's done a lot differently, and this is torn because the paper is cut here, and then this is an extra piece, and then you have this on the back, and plus this is 4 1/4 wide, and then it didn't make sense for me. I needed it to be 4 inches, so I got more yield out of the designer paper. Hope that makes sense. So I'm doing it different than some of the others online. Bottom line. Okay, so we have our base card. It's just the white, basic white, I'm using thick. And then I have a piece of, this is 4 by 4, and I embossed it in the plaid embossing folder. This is 3 by 4, again, because I wanted to get the most yield out of my designer paper for a class. I did this 3 by 4. You could make it 4 by 4. This works, let's put it that way. And then this piece is a 3 by 4 as well. It's just a piece of, what's it called, pebble path. So this is how I did it. It could be done differently. Because this is square, this fits right on here. Now we're going to tear this, and I'm putting it on the front just because it's easier to see. It's going to end up on the back, but we're tearing it on the front. I'm centering it like so. Now you don't want to tear it this way. You want to tear it horizontally, not vertically. So I'm turning it so I can grab onto it. Start on the left side about a thumb in. You don't want to go real close to the edge. You go, doesn't even have to be a thumb, about 3/4 of an inch in. If you have big thumbs, then it's different. Okay, so then you tear towards you. I'm just tearing toward me both layers, and I like to do it kind of on a nice angle here. It gives a nice effect. You can go straight, but it doesn't look as cool. And that's what you end up with. So now we're going to take our pieces so you don't get confused, and because it's embossed, you can kind of tell which side is the correct side. If you flip it over, these lines are debossed and these are up. So that's one way to know that you have them both going the right direction. So I'm taking this piece, just putting it behind it, and same thing with this so I don't get mixed up. And that's kind of what we're going for. So it looks like that. Can't really see. There we go. Like that. So I'm taking each piece and I'm peeling this off of here, flipping it over, and just gluing not the top edge, but close to the top. You can see my glue line. Because some people like to flick this and fold it so it looks more worn. Okay, so now I'm putting this on here, just leaving a little bit of about 1/4 inch of a piece showing. You kind of want to do this on your mat on your silicone mat, in case the glue comes out. So that's that one. And then we'll take the other one, and again, you want to make sure that your pieces, I'll do this so you can see and use it, so your pieces go in the same direction like so. That's our goal. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm gluing about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, lining it up, making sure my bumps are on the top or bottom, whichever way the other one is. These are on the top, like so. Okay. Now we have our two pieces, like so and like so. You can do it this way or you can do it this way. It doesn't matter which direction you go. Alright, now I'm taking my plaid piece, or my inner piece. I want my inner piece. Okay. And I'm putting it on the center of my, here we go again, putting it on the center of my cardstock, leaving about 1/8 of an inch on each side. So we'll just attach that and just tape that on with glue. Covered. Okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just center it sort of. Now because I used a bigger piece, this will line up kind of, we're going to have to trim some, let's put it that way. I think I like it this way better. So I'm putting it 1/8 of an inch down. I'm laying it on first to see how my design is going to go. And if this goes too far up, like some people had it like this was the end of their paper, you'll have to trim it on the top and the bottom. But mine's working pretty well. So I'm putting this right here. Now this piece, if I put it like this, it's just a real small opening and I want a bigger opening. So it can work this way, but depends how big you want your opening. So I'm going to put it right there. Now, oh, I have a mark on here already. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I can't go this far down because the edge of it shows. So I have to go up just a little bit to make sure I cover my designer paper. Now, if you cut it like 4 by 4, then you won't have that problem. But again, I did that, so that's what it'll look like. I could go up a little bit on this one. Yeah, I'll do that. So that's how I want it. Now I'm going to just mark it. How much? Do I have a pencil? No. Alright, so I'm going to mark it and then cut it across so that I have 1/8 of an inch on this end, 1/8 of an inch on this one. And I'm pretty good at eyeing up things. So I'm just going to cut this off. You can use your paper trimmer, but since there's lines on here, I can copy those. So that's the top one. So I'll glue that on there. Because it's so heavy, you might want to use glue. And I'm just putting the glue all over the thing. And just lining it up so that the sides are even, so the designer paper doesn't pop through. And then the bottom one, again, make sure it's where I want it. I want to kind of go like right there, like so. And this side, okay, so I'm going to cut off just a little bit here, make a little mark. Okay. And then I'm going to trim that off. I'm just following the line, so I don't need to worry about it. Okay, now this is about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and we're going to glue that down. This is one of those that you kind of have to follow the instructions. I see this is off a little bit, so I'm just going to trim that. So you kind of have to follow the instructions because it's not the way you think it's going to go together. And you do not tear the designer paper, just an FYI. I know some people thought that that was the way to do it, but you don't. And then that goes just down like so. So now you can see that you have an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And that way you can utilize your designer paper more efficiently. Alright, so I use I'm going to do this later, but I use a couple of stamp sets. One is labeled Love, and I'm using this present, these two things. and that is for the little present on the bottom. I stamped it in smoky slate and put the, what color is that? Pebble Path over the top, so you can see it's got some little dots. And then fussy cut it. And then Hope Your Birthday is Wonderful is from the Hooray for Surprises. It's sort of a masculine card, so that seemed to be fitting. And I cut out these with the hexagon punch, and then just pop that up, added a couple gems, and that's it for the card. On the inside, did I do anything? I did not do anything. You could stamp the present in there or something. It's up to you. So I hope you enjoyed watching how to make this, and any color works. So have fun making it, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.